because I feel that the objectives were quite specific because it's project 4. So there's a lot of things about right for the ear, so create very vivid imagery, but at the same time be very specific and use words very carefully. So I actually watched out a lot for it. So first I'd like to start out with how you started your speech. And you made us close our eyes and you described how it's like to be a middle child, and I thought that was really interesting. So it was very engaging, very vivid. I felt like I could picture the child, and it's in the beginning itself you asked a question, and I thought it was also very engaging because it continued the vivid kind of expression from imagining to answering, so it was very interactive, and I liked that honestly quite a lot. And another good part about your speech was you drew out a scenario about a child. So you drew out a first child, and you drew out the second child and a third child. So I thought that was really well done because it was clear in its transitions. But I think you should have used more transitory words like then, next, or said that I'm going to talk about these three, like how it goes down in a progression, so that I could follow you instead of you saying, okay, now imagine this, now imagine this. So I think it would be clearer that way. And yes. Yeah, so you also brought us through this series of having children. Something interesting that I would like to tell you as a psychology student is that there is data being collected or research being done about the IQ levels of middle children, and yeah, it is shown that like the first and the last actually tend to perform better on IQ tests, but it's widely contested, so I don't want to take that away from you. Okay, so let's go back to your speech. So these are the positive points. I loved the way you brought us through your story basically. Some things that I feel you did well, specifically were you use small and short sentences. I think that's the way you speak. You tend to make small sentences and it's your way of speaking, which actually falls in line with the objectives, which is to keep it very concise. And okay, there's something that I didn't agree with so basically they said not to use jargon or to speak, but you used Singlish when you were talking about how a child thinks. You used a bit of Singlish, and I think that was an excellent use of jargon because it kind of made it even more interesting. So I would say keep that. Yeah, so because you are still creating how the child feels by using like Singlish instead of normal English. And yeah, your pronunciation was okay, it was good. Yeah, more sequence speech, more vocal variety, and just a small little my own personal intake. Maybe you could not put the notes in your armpit and then put it here because you're wearing a black shirt and it was a bit like distracting, but it was kind of funny. So if you were going for like a more comical feel, I think that'd be okay. But overall, it was a good speech. Yeah, thank you.